Welcome, my dear students. Mr. Salah Othman with you, Al-Abir Secondary School. I will continue teaching Traveler 2 first year, Module 4. Today we will discuss Lesson B. Cultural differences. I will teach you a reading lesson. First of all, try to discuss with a classmate the following. Think of gestures or customs that exist in your country. ناقش العادات في بلدك. Do you think they are the same everywhere around the world? Okay. Number B. Guess the answers to the questions below. Then read and check your answer. 1. How do Saudis perfume their houses and clothes? A. They burn something. B. They light candles. What do you think? Yes, well done. They burn something. Number 2. What's common way for people in Belgium to greet each other? A. They kiss 3 times on the cheek. They shake hands. What do you think? Yes, well done. Number A. 3. What does pulling the skin down under your eye mean in Japan? في اليابان يعني. A. Something is boring. B. Something is interesting. Yes, well done. Something is boring. Now, check your answers. They do it differently. Read the following text and try to understand. We will discuss the new vocabulary and answer questions after reading. You should read here. Okay. Listen to few examples of cultural differences. Now we will listen together.
4B. Cultural differences. 1. Reading.
They do it differently. We know it feels normal and right to do in our culture, but other cultures have customs and gestures that are different and they may seem strange to us. So, it's easy to misunderstand someone from a culture that is different from our own. Here are a few examples.
While I was in Saudi Arabia on a business trip, I was invited to a Saudi friend's house for lunch. It was the first time I had been to a Saudi house, and I was impressed by the spectacular decoration. At lunchtime, my friend, Ibrahim, showed me into the dining room, where I met his 4 sons. The boys were talking cheerfully about their day when a man came in the room, silently carrying a beautiful cup with something burning in it. I was curious about it. I was about to ask Ibrahim to tell me more about it when a wonderful smell interrupted my thoughts. Ibrahim explained that it is a custom in Saudi Arabia to burn bakur, a kind of scented wood. to create a pleasant atmosphere. It is also polite to use bakur when you have guests. John, Boston.
Okay, my dear students. New vocabulary. What's the meaning of silently? Silently means without speaking. Was about to means was ready to. Okay, we will continue. Listen carefully.
I'm from Wisconsin, and when we meet someone for the first time, we usually shake hands. Well, I had a big surprise in Belgium. When I was introduced to my friend's brother, something occurred which made me feel uncomfortable. I said hi to him, extending my hand, and he came up to me and kissed me on the cheek. Not once, but 3 times, going from one cheek to the other. Of course, I went red and they started laughing at me. In Belgium, it's common to greet someone by kissing 3 times. Jack, Madison.
Last year I was invited to Japan by my friend Daiki. On the second day of my visit, Daiki asked me if I wanted to go to his house for dinner, and of course I said yes. It was really enjoyable, but halfway through the night I got something in my eye. So I tried to remove it with my finger. Daiki's brother saw me and he got really upset. I couldn't understand why though. I asked Daiki why his brother was angry with me, and he told me that in Japan when you pull the skin down under your eye, it shows that you find something boring. Later in the evening, I apologized to Daiki's brother and tried to clear up the misunderstanding, but I'm not sure he believed me. Peter, Miami.
Okay. Occurred means happen. Remove means take out. Clear up means explain. Okay. After reading, we will answer the questions. Read again and answer the questions. Number 1. Why did they use bakur in Brahim's house? bakur يعني البخور يا شباب. Yes? This answer is in this part of the text. You can answer from here. Yes, who can do it? Well done. This is the answer, because it's a custom in Saudi Arabia to burn it to create a pleasant atmosphere. It's also polite to use bakur when you have guests. Number 2. How did John first react when he saw bakur burning? Yes? Here the answer. Okay. He was serious about that. Number 3. Why did Jack extend his hand? C. Feel uncomfortable. I said hi to him. So the answer, to say hi. Okay. Number 4. How did Jack feel when the man kissed him? You can find the answer here. Yes. Yes. He felt uncomfortable, or he went red. Try to answer number 5 and number 6 at homework after reading the text again. Okay. D. Look at the highlighted words or phrases in the text and choose the correct meaning, A or B. Number 1. Silently, as we said, means A. Without moving. B. Without speaking. Yes, the right answer is without speaking. Number 2. Was about to means was ready, was afraid. Well done, was ready. Number 3. Occurred means was, said, happened. Yes, well done, happened. Remove, take out, cover. Well done, take out. Clear up means explain or find out. Well done, explain. Okay. Discuss again with classmate or your friend or your brother, anyone. Have any misunderstandings like the ones in the texts ever happened to you? Try to answer this question. Have you heard of any happening to other people? And this one also. Number 2, vocabulary. We have verbs plus prepositions. Take care. Every verb takes a particular preposition. Look at the verbs in the box and use some of them to complete the sentences. After reading this, try to answer the questions. Apologize to someone for doing something. يعتذر. Smile at someone. Talk plus preposition to or with someone. If we use about something. Okay. Laugh at someone or something. Forget about someone or something. Invite someone to something. For example, I invite my friend to my birthday party. Wait for someone or something. Introduce someone to someone else. For example, I introduced my friend to my brother. Lie to someone, but we use with something the preposition lie about. Argue with someone, but with something we use the preposition about. Now complete with the suitable verb. Number 1, let's space Ali to our house for dinner next Saturday. Well done. Invite. Number 2, you should space to Paul for being rude. Who can answer? Well done. Apologize. Number 3, it's not polite to space at people when they fall down. Who can answer? Well done. Laugh at. Number 4, don't space about the appointment. It's at 8:30. Don't forget. 5, you can space for Dr. Saud in his surgery. He is on his way. Yes, wait for. Number 6, Sam didn't want to his family about where he was. Lie to. Yes, lie to. His family means someone. My sisters always space with each other about the housework. Yes, argue with. Okay, my dear students. Now we will discuss grammar. We will complete reported speech questions. Read the example and answer the questions. Direct speech. Sam, why is Dave angry with me? Have I done something wrong? In reported speech, it will be Sam asked why instead of is Dave. Dave was angry with me. We changed it to a sentence, a statement. Sam asked if whether he had done something wrong. Okay. Which word do you use after asked when the question begins with a question word, such as why, what, where, when? Note the same question word that the direct question begins with. We use the same question word. If we have why, we use why. If we have when, what, anyone, we use the same. Which word do you or do we use after asked when we report a yes or no question? As we know, a yes or no question begins with an auxiliary verb. Have, has, do, did, does, was, were, or modal verbs. Note, we use the word if or whether to join the question. Are the verbs in reported questions in the affirmative or in the question form? As we said, we use the affirmative. They are in the affirmative form instead of are they. Okay. Reported speech questions. Note, we usually introduce reported questions with the reporting verb ask. We use the verb ask. Reported questions follow the word order of affirmative sentences. Not a question, but we use affirmative. Why did he came back? He said, he asked it. Direct. Reported, he asked me why he had come back. He had come back is affirmative. Okay. If the direct question begins with a question word, the reported question also begins with the same question word. For example, what are you doing? He asked. Reported, he asked me what I was doing. The same word. What? If the direct question does not begin with a question word, the reported question begins with if or whether. For example, did you enjoy dinner? He asked. Reported speech, he asked me if or whether I had enjoyed dinner. When we change questions from direct to reported speech, pronouns, tenses, adverbs, etc. change in the same way as when we report statements, and we taught it the previous lesson. Okay. Reported speech, commands and requests. Read the examples and complete the rule. Direct speech, Steve, please don't interrupt me, be quiet. Reported speech will be Steve asked me not to. If we have negative, we use not to. If we have affirmative commands, we use to. Not to interrupt him, he told me to be quiet. Affirmative. Use the verb to report commands. Yes. Tell. The verb tell. And the verb ask to report requests. Okay, we use ask with requests. Okay. Reported speech commands and requests. We commonly use tell when we report commands and ask when we report requests. The imperative changes to full infinitive or not plus full infinitive in negative. Stay there, said the man. Report speech. The man told me to stay there. Negative. Don't take this away, please, he said. Report speech. He asked me not to take that away. Practice. Complete the sentences using reported speech. Number 1. What are you eating? Jeremy asked. Who can do it? Reported. Jeremy asked me. Who can complete? Yes. What? I. Instead of are, we use was eating. The present continuous, we use past continuous. Okay. Number 2. Please let me borrow your jacket. Fi said to her sister. Reported. Fi asked her sister. Yes. Affirmative. We use what? To let her instead of me borrow your, we use instead her jacket. To let her borrow her jacket. Okay. Do number 3 at homework. Number 4. Do you need any help? My father asked. My father asked me. We join with if or whether. You, we use I. Need. Present simple, we use instead of it past simple. So the answer is if I needed any help. Okay. And number 5, 6, do them at homework. Please, my dear students, we have finished and we will continue the next video inshallah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.